Hey guys, I know I'm in the dark here, but I wanted you to be able to see the most important thing right now, and that is my screen up here. What we're going to be talking about this week are tallies, tally marks. We can use tally marks to represent numbers. So I know that Monday we talked about mirrors and words. So mirrors, that's when you put both your hands up and you repeat after me. So mirrors and words. I can represent numbers using tally marks. Mirrors down. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take a look at this sheet. It's called the Tally It Up sheet, and we're going to practice making tally marks. Now tally marks are these lines that represent how many of something you have. Now whenever you're counting objects like these butterflies, cupcakes, alligators, umbrellas, we're going to use our pencil or some type of drawing tool. I'm going to use my marker to scratch them out as we go so we don't lose count. So for example, let's start up here with the butterflies. And when I count them one by one, I'm going to strike them out. Watch. Watch me count out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 butterflies. So I'm going to make 4 tallies. And they've done that here for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 tally marks. And then they write the numeral or the number 4. So everything is the same. 4 butterflies, 4 tallies, 4. Now take a look at my cupcakes. This is going to be a little bit different, and I'm going to show you my favorite way to make the tallies for this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to count how many cupcakes I have. And remember, you're going to strike off every time you count 1. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 cupcakes. Now listen very closely. To make 5 tallies, we're going to start off doing the lines, but when I reach 5, I'm going to dab, and I'm going to show you what that means to dab in the tally world. So I'm going to do 5 tallies. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and when I want to do number 5, I'm going to draw a line straight across like they're dabbing, like this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So whenever you get to 5, you go straight across for number 5, and it's like it makes a bundle of sticks. That's what it kind of looks like. And then I'm going to do the number 5 or the numeral 5. 5. All right, and we'll talk more about this before I go. All right, let's take a look at our alligators. Remember, each time you count, strike off. 1, 2. How many alligators? 2. So how many tallies are going to go in my box? 2. 1, 2. Very good. It's like 2 sticks, 2 tally marks. And then I'm going to write the numeral 2. 2. All right, let's take a look at our last one down here. We have umbrellas. What are we going to do to count these umbrellas? Strike and count. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There are 3 umbrellas. So how many tally marks do I make? Good. 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 tallies for 3 umbrellas. And then in my last column over here, I'm going to write the numeral 3. Very good. All right, guys, I've got the lights turned back on. We're about to practice with these tally marks some more. Remember I told you just a second ago, whenever you come to 5, each time we have an increment of 5, we're going to dab. So that last tally for the 5th number is going to go across. So right now, get your hands out in front of you, and I want us to practice counting by 5s all the way to 120. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115, 120. Good job. The reason that we bundle every 5 is so that it makes it easier to count. So if I see bundles with that dab across it, I know that there are 5 tallies in that group. Now behind me, I've made some groups of colored tiles, and we're going to practice counting the colored tiles and drawing the tallies and the numeral form, just like we just did. All right, take a look at our first group of colored tiles up here. I'm going to turn you just a little bit. All right, I'm not going to write on these, but just pretend like I'm scratching them out as I go. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 colored tiles in this group. So how many tallies will I need? That's right. I'm going to need 5 tallies. Now remember, when I count 1, 2, 3, 4, that 5th one, number 5, is going to be across. So watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and dab across. Just like that. Do you see how it makes it easier? So now when I see this and, oh, that one's got a dab, I know that there are 5. So I'm going to write the number 5. All right, let's take a look at our next group of colored tiles. And I'm going to count and strike off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 in this group. So how many tally marks will I draw? 6. Good job. Now remember, when I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I start back over with 1, so I make 6. So let's do this together. Now I want you to dab when I come to 5, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I need one more for 6. So once you've made a bundle of 5, I needed one more to make 6. So now I can write the numeral 6. How many of you did the dab when I told you to? Awesome. All right, let's look at our last group of colored tiles. Remember, count and strike. We don't want to lose count. That's going to help us. And it also helps if you'll count out loud so you can hear the last number you landed on or the last number you said is how many are in the group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, there were 8 color tiles in that group. So how many tallies will I have? That's right, 8 tallies. Now remember, when I get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to dab across 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to write the numeral 8. Awesome. Okay, now some of you may be thinking, now Miss Coleman, what if I have 10 things in a group? How do I make tallies for 10? Now the reason we practice counting by 10s is, counting by 5s is because every time we make a bundle of 5, you're going to have that dab across. Let me show you. Let's count how many we have in this group. This very last group right here. Remember, count and strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 colored tiles. Now remember, when I'm counting by 5s, I say 5, 10. So that'll be 2 groups of 5. Now when I make my tallies, remember, when I get to number 5, what do? Dab. So every time I have a group of 5, there'll be that dab. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. What comes next? Dab. There's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now there's 4 right here. Where is the 5th one gonna go? Dab. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now check this out. Every time I see a bundle of tallies that has that dab, I know that there are 5 tallies there. So I don't have to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I already know that there's 5 there, so it makes it easier to count. I can say 5, 10. I can count them by 5s. 5, 10. Now if I kept going like that, what would come next? 5, 10, 15, then 20. So when you see bundles of 5, we can count by 5s. Awesome job. Now what you're going to do, I did the front half of your tallied up sheet with you. So in your assignment, you guys are going to be practicing tally it up on the back. Now they did the very first one for you, and if you look, they counted the kittens, but I want you to count and strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They made tallies. Remember, they did 6 tallies. Remember, this is a bundle of 5 because it has that dab across. So 5, and then one more makes 6, and then they put the numeral there. So you're going to do that for the shoes, the unicorns, and the elephants. With your drawing tool, I want you to draw the tallies and then the numeral or the number. Draw the tallies, then the number. Tallies and then the number. And please use your pencil drawing tool to strike out and count so that you can keep up. Don't forget, one more time so you don't forget, when you're counting and you get to 5, dab